Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Deauville Racecourse here on Thursday. It's the 6th of April, 2022. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Deauville, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. These stakes races are kind of, they're prep races for the Poulains and the Pouliches coming up in the next month or so, the French 2,000, 1,000 guineas, if you could understand my French. So, these are some good races. So let's look at it. Races 3 and 5. The third race, it's the PRIX DJEBEL Stakes. It's a Group 3 event going for a purse of $85,000. Race for 3-year-old colts and geldings. Field of 5 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. I'm going to take the 2 horse Belbeck as a top selection. I'm going to go 2-1-5 in your TriCast trifecta. 2-1-5 TriCast trifecta. That's my top 3 basically, but my top selection will be the 2 horse Belbeck. 3-year-old colt by Showcasing. Andre Farb trains one, gets Muzbarev up in the saddle. Pardon me, I always mispronounce his name all last season, I know. Pardon me, I'll learn his name one of these days. But most recently, the horse ran the 2nd of October at Longchamp. 7 furlongs heavy ground in the Group 1, Prix Jean-Luc Lagardiere. And the horse won by a neck. He was all out on the demanding ground, and he was stepping up major class, but he settled well. When he had the turn of foot, he kept going, and he got the job done. I'm saying at 19-1. I thought it was a very good race. Come back to Deauville, where he ran okay last season. I'm going to give him another shot to win. I do think the 7 furlong trip is his better trip than the 6 furlong trip, which he was running the previous race here at Deauville, 2nd of August, 6 furlongs in the Group 3 Prix de Carbourg, and he finished 5th by 4 3/4 lengths that day, and it took him a little bit of time to get going. He was traveling decently late, but it was a little bit too late for him there. And then the 17th of July at Chantilly, 6 furlongs in the Group 2 Prix Robert Pepin. He finished 4th by 6 lengths. The winner Blackbeard's a decent horse, really got the good turn of foot. This horse is a 2-1 lukewarm favorite, wasn't getting going. And then the Prix de Bois at Chantilly over the 6th, 19th of June, winning by 1.5 lengths. He was all out at 5-1 lukewarm favorite. He got the job done quite nicely, and then broke the maiden before that shunt at Saint Cloud, actually 6 furlongs in a conditions race, winning by 3/4 length. A very easy victory. Coming back here, seasonal appearance back to the 7 furlong trip, which I think he should like. I think he's loaded. I think the 1 horse Brise Sky is your second likeliest winner. He's a Group 1 winner. Well, not a Group 1 winner. He's a Group 1 place in the Jean-Luc Lagardiere last year. After that, ran in the Group 1 Criterium de International at Saint Cloud, where he had a little bit of a tough trip. He hasn't won since a listed race here at Deauville over the 7 back in July, which he won quite nicely. Another horse off the bench. It wouldn't surprise me if he shows up. We'll use him in the multi-race wager. But to recount my selections for the 3rd from Deauville, it's the Group 3 PRIX DJEBEL. Let's take the 2 horse Belbeck. Give kudos to the 1 horse Brise Sky. 2-1-5 TriCast trifecta. 2-1 in your multi-race. Let's head over to race number 5, the filly counterpoint of the races. The 5th race, it's the Group 3 Prix IMPRUDENCE Stakes. It's a Group 3 event going for an $85,000 purse race for 3-year-olds fillies. 14 of them are going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. I'm going to take the 10 horse here, Ritornelli. I'm going to go 10-12 in your forecast exacta. 10-12 forecast exacta. Top selection 10 horse Ritornelli. 3 Philippe Camelot here. Jean Massé is on this one. Recently, in like the last 2-3 weeks, I have a DVD from years ago of the old Breeders' Cup broadcast from NBC from the 1999 Breeders' Cup, and they were talking about Jean Massé, and back then he was like 36 years old in 1999. 25 years later almost now, he's still riding. It's incredible. But the horse's most recent outing for Ritornelli came on the 17th of November at Saint Cloud, 7 furlongs in a listed stakes, and he won by 1 3/4 lengths. He was a little bit wide, but he settled well towards the front of the pack. When he quickened up, the wide trip helped him. He really got the job done and the good ground to go away with it. An all-around good race for him there. Prior to that, he ran 9th of October at Paris, soft ground, 1 mile main race against some lesser quality horses. He got the job done, winning by 1 3/4 lengths. He was traveling easy, went away with it. A very good race from there. And then off the bench, 3-month refreshing at Paris, 13th of September, 1 mile main race. He finished 2nd by 3/4 length. He was just a little bit wide and just a little lackadaisical that day. And then on debut at Compiègne, he saw very soft ground, which he didn't really appreciate. Coming here today with a good poster on the inside, I think he could get the job done. I also think the 12 horse Shal Romy is your second likeliest winner for Christophe Ferland and Maxime Guillon. Is a listed race winner here at Deauville back on the 11th of March, 6.5 furlongs there. He won by a neck and wasn't 100% cranked that day, but he went away with a very good run. Throughout the race before, though, in the Group 1 Prix Marcel Boussac, he finished 8th by 7 lengths that day, and he had a very troubled wide trip, which definitely cost his horse there. And then before that at Deauville, 7.5 rungs on the poly track in a conditions race. He won by 2. He was a little bit wide that day, but he got the job done. He had a decent place over this turf course last season on yielding ground. Not going to see yielding ground today, but I do think with the soft ground, he should get a good trip. I like the stand side post draw. Give this horse a shot at 5-2. Could definitely win. We'll use him on the multi-ragers also. But to recount my selection for the 5th from Deauville, it's the group 3 Prix Imprudence. Let's take the 10 horse Ritornelli. Give kudos to the 12 horse Chamarami. I'm going to go 10-12, forecast exact. I use them both in the multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.